groovy. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Knife Party Podcast. Welcome you all to the cutting room floor. Of course, your illustrious host, Zach Evergreen here. And with me today is Antonius Montana.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Here's the weird thing. We are actually, we're honoring someone's birthday, but he's not in with us today. So we're honoring Nick Neo, and because, you know, the girls got good gams and good gels, Nick is getting a whole birthday month. Now, normally, you know, I'm one of those guys who like, birthday, whatever, dude. But I pulled this shit myself and did a whole birthday month.
You kind of have to extend it.
I kind of have to.
Yeah.
However, I do say, though, that because your birthday got overlooked and you didn't stop the bike, that we should probably do a birthday stop the bike on his birthday month to do Tombstone or whatever movie you do, because I remember you and I have been talking about Tombstone for a while.
We've been talking about it for a minute now. Yeah,
we have, but anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Thank you guys for listening to Night Party Podcast. Of course, free on the streams where you're listening to us now, unless you are a Patreon. That's patreon.com/nightpartypod for only $1. You can join the party. Get all your episodes early and often and ad-free, except for my live reads, of course. Now, not only do you get the show, but you also get Face the Mirror, and you also get Midnight Ramen for just $1. But if you want to up that to $5, you get a lot of shelved episodes, canceled episodes, episodes that are not safe for work, etc., and even lost episodes. And that's at I Got 5 Kids to Feed. $20 allows you to stop the bike. That means that you get to pick out episodes that we review. You get some sweet quarterly merchandise, which I'm actually working on right now.
Nice.
And also, too, you get to be on the show and play video games with us on our Discord and also our PSN, and now even on our fucking Xbox channel. I mean,
Hey, all right. Expansion time. I love it.
And today we're talking A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale, you say?
A Knight's Tale, yes. A tale about a knight. Not like A Knight's Tale, but like a knight.
A story. Like a furry movie going on here? What's up with this?
No, it's like a story about a dude who wears armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But he does not have a tail.
No.
Just so we're clear.
His horse does.
His horse does.
Yes. Yes, his horse has a tail. And
it is the tale of the knight's horse tail.
Well, it does star the dude from Brokeback Mountain.
Oh.
So, I mean, A Knight's Tale
2. There was tail to be had.
Mountain Boogaloo. And anyway. So, thanks for all of our Patreons. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Caps and Cork on the borderlands of Vallejo, California and American Canyon, where you can get all your adult beverages need met. We did today. What did you get today? Today I got, this is called Limited Hazy Series. It's called Cool Little IPA Thing.
Ooh, the Cool is quite nice. It's refreshing.
It is very refreshing. Yeah. And what did you get?
Well, I did the Stardust Ale, a little IPA action. Always awesome. Puts a twinkle in my eye.
Yes, it does. Not that you don't need one. With all that tail. And you can get all your adult beverages needs at Caps and Cork. They are fast. They are friendly. They are neckbeard dudes, but without the neckbeard attitudes.
That's true. Yes. That is an accurate description.
There you go. So, you know, and remember, buy 9, get the 10th for 1 penny, just like Spatula City.
Ooh.
That's right. How long has it been since you've seen UHF?
UHF? Probably 20 years.
You know it holds up, dude. I just rewatched it. I just dude, all the jokes are so fucking funny.
I'll be the judge of that. I'll watch it. We'll see.
I have it on Blu-ray.
You got that on Blu-ray? Really? There's zero reason to have that on Blu-ray.
It's so rewatchable. It's so good. All right.
I need the homemade
Spatula
props
City.
and
Come
stuff.
on,
Yeah.
like Uncle Spadowski's Funhouse. I mean, like, dude, the whole movie is anyway. The Twinkie Wiener sandwich. But we're not talking that. We're talking Knight's Tale. So this movie is all over the place now. This movie's very weird, and I remember when it came out, I'm like, this movie looks stupid. First off, Heath Ledger wasn't Heath Ledger. This was like the movie that kind of was a step in the direction because
there was like 10 things and then this.
No, The Patriot.
Okay.
10 Things, The Patriot, then this. And in The Patriot, he's pretty badass. But like, he is yet to be. He was still like, oh, that's a heartthrob teenage girl actor guy,
right?
Like he was like a young Johnny Depp, or like he was just a looker guy. He like wasn't known for his acting chops until Dark Knight came out, and then unfortunately he died right after. He kind of has the same thing that I think Brandon Lee has, where it's like, yeah, Brandon Lee sucked in his earlier movies because he was in like Rapid Fire and da-da-da and this and that. He comes out with a Crow and shows you how good he is, and then unfortunately he dies right after.
Right.
Same thing happens with Ledger, and of course Ledger totally outshines Brandon Lee in most audiences because a lot of people didn't see The Crow, but almost everyone and their mother saw Dark Knight.
Oh, 100%.
You know, especially 20 years ago, if you didn't see Dark Knight, you were weird, right? Nowadays, of course, not everyone's seen it. Isn't it weird when you talk to kids and they're in their 20s and they're like, oh, I don't know, I've never seen it. And you're like, how did you never see Michael Keaton's Batman? Or how did you never see RoboCop? Or how did you never see, like...
I mean, okay, let's be real here, though. Like, when did you see, like, Gone with the Wind or Casablanca?
I've seen them both.
Yeah, when you were sub 20?
Not sub 20.
Yeah.
Not sub 20, but early 20s.
Early 20s, okay.
But early 20s.
Yeah.
However... on that point, I did see a lot of classical movies when I was in my like early childhood. So like I saw like all the road movies with Bob Hope and yeah, I saw all those as a kid.
Wow, okay.
I saw like Fuller Brushman. I saw House on a Haunted Hill. I saw almost every Vincent Price movie. All those movies I saw as a kid. That's being weird because my grandparents had a huge collection. So it's like I never saw this. I'm going to see it. You know. But yeah, that being said, you're right. You know, but there's so much entertainment out there today that if you were going to start today and go backward, it would be a lot harder than if you were to start, say, 20 years ago and go backward.
Oh, 100%.
Because, I mean, but anyway. So this movie is all over the place, and let's start just from the critic score. The critic score, audience tomato meter, it is certified exactly rotten at 59%.
Oh.
Audience gave it a high 79.
Yeah, that's more like it.
And where do you place this one?
Honestly, I'll give it a solid 80. I'll go a little bit higher. I'll give it a solid 80.
So you're going to put this at Event Horizon status?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Different genres, equally awesome.
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about it, and you know what? I'll get into that in a second. I was actually thinking about it, and there's a number that just kept appearing, and that number was 72. Because I think this is better than 2001: Space Odyssey for entertainment value.
Right.
I forgot how long it is, and I actually forgot that the plot line is quite good. And also, too, while watching this movie, it reminded me of something. I remember back in the day, I watched this movie, and I swear to you, I don't know. I watched this movie, and I'm like, dude, I wrote a D&D campaign about this a long time before this, only by like a year and a half. I swear to God, I wrote like a whole D&D campaign that took pro wrestling and Dungeons and Dragons and put it together.
Okay.
Where your character had to have like a promo and would have like a hype man.
Yeah.
And like would come out and there would like and it wasn't Dungeons and Dragons. I swear to God, it was like arenas and fights. That's all it was.
Oh, nice.
But like your character had to cut a promo and roll dice and see like if it affected the other player. And it was a lot of
fun. The intimidation factor.
Exactly. And a lot of people had a lot of fun with it. And so this brought me back to that. The acting is pretty good. All the characters are good. The armor is good. The backgrounds on HD, you could totally tell they're paintings.
Right. It's paintings, it's CGIs.
CGI isn't that bad on this. There's barely any CGI.
No, there is barely any CGI.
There's two parts I caught.
Right.
So anyway, but also too, the music is really weird in that. Now, I was trying to pick out music for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I was like, do I play medieval music? Because there's no way that we could play the soundtrack. Because the soundtrack on this is pretty banging. It's all 1970s rock and roll, arena rock.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's definitely why the score kind of gets knocked down. It's like, this does not really fit.
I think a lot of people didn't like this movie because of that. But because this movie is kind of booked in a pro wrestling thing, like there's a very pro wrestling thing about this. In fact, I think Jericho later on based his current character, the Learning Tree character, from the writer Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and
Mr. Chaucer.
I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer. You gave it an 80. I gave it a 72. Let's round that up and cut it in half. That means it gets a straight up 76.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Sounds pretty good, yeah.
Okay, so here's the trailer.
Maybe.
Trailer.
Maybe.
Ray Trailer. Do you know who Ray Trailer is?
No.
Ray Trailer was the Big Boss Man.
Of what?
The pro wrestler, his name was Ray Trailer.
Oh.
If you ever find yourself down in Cobb Country, Georgia, better expect a lot of know that you'll be done times. You'll be doing... Oh, sorry.
What's going on? Is this the trailer going on?
We're watching the trailer, but we don't have any music.
You were singing. Now we're missing the trailer.
Someday, I'll be a knight.
Oh, that works.
Yes, William.
You know what? We're probably going to get pulled from this because it's got Queen in the background.
Oh.
We could do this.
Whatever.
In 1 month, we could be on our way to glory and riches none of us ever dreamed of. You can't even joust. I think he's getting worse. He is getting worse.
Booby.
I won't spend the rest of my life as nothing.
You have to be of noble birth to compete.
So we lie.
My lords, my ladies, I have the pride, the privilege, nay, the pleasure of introducing to you a knight, sired by knights.
William Thatcher didn't make the rules. He was born
I've waited my whole life for this moment.
to break them.
Yes! Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Well, that was different.
And you are? Ulrich von Liechtenstein from Gelderland.
Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. I would have him win my heart.
You're my favourite knight.
He's won 4 tournaments in a row.
On a horse, that man is unbeatable.
You're just a silly boy with a horse and a stick.
It's called a lance. Hello? If the nobles find out who you are, there'll be the devil to pay.
And pray that they don't.
Ulrich von Liechtenstein is not who he appears to be. They're going to arrest you. 12 royal guards.
I love you. There's nothing else to do. Run, and I will run with you.
I will not run!
I'm a knight. I'm here to compete. Let's dance, you and I.
Is that Rob Zombie?
Yeah. Did I am
Your name makes no matter to me. So long as I can call you my own.
Wow, that was a great movie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that was. I don't like those trailers. I call them sum up trailers, where it basically sums up the whole movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was something that was like super popular then, though.
Yeah, a lot of movies did that. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing: this movie is riddled with like what I call sound bombs. So a sound bomb means if I even attempt to talk about the soundtrack, we'll get pulled.
Yes.
Because it's got Queen, it's got AC/DC, but you know what it doesn't have?
What?
But we got permission to use.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Little Cemetery Surfers. We could play that all day.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because fucker's my uncle, and he's also a Patreon. So, let's talk about this awesome movie while the Cemetery Surfers plays. Hey, man, like, when in doubt. Okay. So, 2001, this is right before the Ledger could not do no wrong. Unfortunately, that was short-lived before he died. Dude, check out what the number one critic said. Once you get past the anachronium, ANACHRONISM, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, A Knight's Tale becomes predictable if spaded, it's basically Rocky on horseback. Now, I don't think.
Hey, whoa!
I don't think that at all. Rocky is like very much more dramatic, and it's got like even domestic violence issues and stuff in it.
And I mean, hello, he loses.
Yeah, no, he goes the distance, but he does lose.
He does lose, yeah.
And in this one is very much more like, I don't know. Anyway, so this was directed by Brian Hyland.
Okay.
Or
Brian Hyland.
Of course, Heath Ledger, and then Roland is played by Mark Abbey. Rufus Stewart, is the heavy, which he was also the main guy in, of course, Dark City, which we always talk about doing. We haven't touched that yet.
I know, right? Why haven't we done that one?
But, he gives off a lot of vibes in this, and I think I got him confused because I love Dark City as a, like when that movie came out, like, right? But Rufus reminded me a lot of in Gladiator.
Oh
no, Gladiator.
Gladiator. Yeah, with Russell Crowe,
the bad guy. Come on,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Who also played the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Okay.
So we have two Jokers, but not really in the same movie. But anyway, Joaquin Phoenix, like, I swear to God, like, has vibes of this dude. Except for this guy is kind of older and kind of more balanced. But like you know what I mean? Joaquin Phoenix does kind of like have this.
I don't know. I feel like this
dark,
guy is trying to be more like Joaquin.
Yeah, but this guy came out first.
Did he though?
Did he?
I
don't know. Anyway, and then of course you have
Alan.
Yes.
Alan.
You have Lady Jocelyn.
No, what pronounce Alan's last name?
Oh, Alan?
Yeah.
Alan who? Rickman?
No, you know.
Alan. Tudix. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. That's why I wanted you to do it.
Tudik. And anyway,
we love you though.
Yeah,
we really enjoy your work.
Now, this is one of the only movies that he's in where he's not a pirate, which is really shitty. I wish that he would just be a pirate in every single movie.
I don't know, man. He wants, just be with women and food and drink. Like, that sounds kind of like a pirate.
He kind of had pirate-like things, but he just didn't have the pirate look.
He had the toggles.
Exactly. And then I'm trying to find who played Jeff, because he's my favorite character.
Yeah, he's another really good actor. He was in Legion and a bunch of other just fantastic movies.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him credited, which is weird.
What? He's got to be on there. What are you doing?
I know. I'm
who's
looking.
Jocelyn?
Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Okay, Jocelyn is, I can't say her name. My wife knows it. But her last name is Bevo.
Bevo.
Bevo. B-E-J-O. Bevo.
Bejo.
And then Lauren Fraser, not as cool as, like, Fraser from the show Cheers.
Yeah.
I mean, she makes armor and it's a little small and it's got like Nike swoofs on it. But, I mean, that's cool.
I think she's like kind of Scottish.
Maybe.
What I was getting from the accent.
I don't know. It's just weird that there's a lot of people on here that you're like, wait a minute, where's Jeff? Did Jeff get canceled? Did he like...
No, you can't cancel Jeff.
I don't know. He's my favorite character
He's
of
good
it.
at gilding the lily.
Exactly. So this, this movie rather is like very, very, it's very well put together, especially for the money it had. I don't know what the budget was on this. I actually tried to do a deep dive on this, and that was like very, very hard to do. I couldn't find any good videos. Every time you type in Heath Ledger behind the scenes, Dark Knight,
Joker, yeah,
Dark Knight
exactly,
comes up. And this was one of those movies that came out, bombed, and then after he died, people were like, it's not that bad. Rewatch it. And now it's kind of like a cult movie where it's like, it's the second best movie.
Like, I wouldn't say that, but I feel like it had kind of that cult following before Dark Knight.
You think so?
And that's like part of the reason why people at first thought like he wasn't going to be good at Jokers, because he's done like all these like romantic comedies sort of thing, and Knight's Tale
period
and
pieces.
Tennessee. Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, I don't think he's really like good enough to do Joker, but obviously everyone was wrong.
Yeah, because I mean,
he's the second best Joker.
Well, I don't know.
For live.
Have you... Dude, I really do like the new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, though. I think he might be the best.
Ooh, interesting.
I rewatched
Jack
it.
is always going to be the best for me.
I can't hate you on that.
You know,
I cannot hate you on that because if it wasn't for Jack Nicholson, there would be no other...
We wouldn't have... we wouldn't have Joaquin.
We'd have the Adam West version of Joker.
Right, exactly.
Which is not scary and not where Jack Nicholson was the first ever person just to like shoot people willy vanilly. You know?
Willy vanilly.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, he's just like, you know.
That was actually the exact sound effect from the movie, too.
I know, the sound effects of that, but well, they're supposed to be shitty, though.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, I don't know. Ledger, great Joker, and everyone likes Dark Knight, but a lot of people...
It's all in the eyes, bro. It's all in the eyes.
Dude, I'm telling you, rewatch Joker. It's very good.
It is, yeah.
Like, it's... You know what? The funny thing is, okay, so Heath Ledger's Joker is more like chaos, Fight Club crazy, right? The movie Joker is more Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah, exactly.
And that kind of scares me more.
It's like Taxi Driver if he started off as a clown.
Exactly. Yeah. It's got a very Taxi Driver kind of feel to it. Whereas the other Joker is more Fight Club. You know?
Right.
And it's like, is Tyler really going to hurt us or is he just about the chaos? You know, where Taxi Driver Joker, oh no, he's going to hurt us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to kill
eventually.
us. Yeah. But, you know, anyway. So this movie, even though it was 2001, and this is when Hollywood was like, can we blue screen it? This movie has very little blue screens, a lot of sets.
A lot of sets.
A lot of painted sets.
Which I think is really a saving grace for this movie.
Me
if they
too.
did tons of CGI, it would have like a 20 rating. It would be terrible.
When they actually go to the church in France, right? And they have the long walking scene, because it isn't CGI, it saves it.
Yeah.
So when they're in Notre Dame...
Is that technically like a single shot?
That is a single shot, yeah. That was on a sound stage, and probably what they did is they had it was a round sound stage, but they filmed it so like it's a straight line.
Yeah.
You know, so that way they could save room, and they just had the painting go all the way around.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking they did. So the entrance and the exit are actually the same, like, cut.
Right.
So anyway, they did a really good job with that. The only thing wrong with that is one CGI thing is he dips his hand in water.
When Jocelyn's talking to herself, yeah.
And then also that
did not hold up well.
The only other one is at the very end, the kiss scene with Orion. Yeah. But this is almost all practical effects. Of course, this is I don't even know if it's PG-13. It should be PG. Of course, there is naked dude in it twice. But there's no blood. There's no real boobies.
No.
There's
no boobies.
There's no boobies. There's a little bit of like cleavage. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no blood. Even when the fucker gets stabbed by a 3-inch lance, it's like, oh, just a flesh wound.
Yeah. It's just a little spot there. Yeah. I feel like it's probably PG-13 for the jousting.
I think
sort of thing.
I think it's PG-13 for like the innuendo and the naked dude. However, I'm pretty sure that this game, though, if you were to take out the naked dude, it would probably be a PG-13.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, my mother-in-law watched it with us today.
Right.
She is very weird about watching movies. If they are like for instance, she won't even watch something like that we consider tame, like Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is not tame.
I know, but it's so known that it should be tame now.
I get that. Yeah.
Like, for instance...
Well...
For instance, like, Aliens should be so known it's tame.
No, like, you can't look at it that way. It's like, what is in the movie?
Jurassic Park should be so known it's tame, even though it's kind of gory. There's a couple of severed arms and stuff.
Jurassic Park, I mean, honestly, I feel like Pulp Fiction is wilder than Jurassic Park.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Jurassic Park has more severed limbs, but Pulp Fiction does have an exploding head.
And the backroom scene.
Yeah, but
that's not tame. That's just the exact opposite of tame.
That's just boys being boys. What are you talking about?
Reminiscing about the Scouts again, huh?
Yeah. Whoa. You know, my days in the Weeblos. Call that for a reason. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't.
Anyways, back to the church scene.
Exactly. I don't. I'm trying to think of the only other things that took me out of this movie.
Aside from the painting backgrounds and the out-of-place music.
There was a helicopter shot getting London at the end where you can kind of tell that it was CGI enhanced.
Yeah.
But it didn't throw me.
But it was
much.
Like a model, though, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the CGI was the shot in the middle, which was the live action.
Right.
But that didn't throw me. I thought it was done well because it was framed well.
Exactly, yeah.
So, do you want to talk about the plot a little bit?
I mean, the plot really is, kid is wants to be a knight. His dad doesn't have anything, so he sends him off with, was it Knight Sir Eric or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
Sir Eric, yeah. And then...
To be a squire.
To be a squire and pack the horse bags.
And basically learn everything he can, and then, finally, during a tourney...
By the grace of God...
During a tourney, there's whatever knight he's representing is dead, and they're like, shit, we're not going to be able to eat. And he's like, oh, I'll be that guy then.
I'll do it. Do it. I will get you your fancy cakes roll.
Now, I like this story for a couple of reasons. This story is not new to this. This story has been told a couple of times. It's been in Gundam Wing.
Okay, yeah.
It's also in another Fable too, but where like someone dies and someone takes up that person's name.
Right.
And it's usually a commoner will take up a nobleman's name, and then when that person is about to die, it kind of recycles.
Right. Kind of like a weirder version of the Dread Pirate Roberts.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing. Yeah. Like the Dread Pirate Roberts. Exactly. Like that's why he lives forever, is because there's so many of them.
Yes, it just keeps going and going.
Yeah. So, it's kind of like that.
But not work though. They know he's dead now.
Yeah, they know he's. Yeah. They know he's dead, and then when he dies, of course, Heath Ledger's character takes over, and he knows nothing. He wins on a whim. A whim. And they get 15 silver pieces. They take 2 to celebrate, and the 13 they invest in a training montage.
Well, I have to say one thing with Roland's haggling skills with the barter guy was terrible. He's like, 20. No. Okay, 15. 12. 10. You're like, dude, stop counting down. What are you doing here?
But no, I the cool thing about it is like it makes this seem like it's not just a knight and a squire. It's a knight, a squire, his eventually his own jester or bard, if you will.
Yeah, it's like a herald and bard.
His own armor, and then it's like kind of like a crew. So
it's a little ragtag.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, can 5 people make one commoner a night? Well, we're going to see.
Hey, you know that when he came up, they were coming up too. You know, they got all the fancy cakes and their own forge and whatever they wanted.
Yeah. And then, the only thing I don't like about this is there is a very vapid love story in here. And it's like, I don't know.
I thought it was cool. It goes in line with like shooting for the stars, and you want the princess and everything.
And also, it ties our A and B and C storyline together, because the C storyline is based around the Heavy, which is the Count.
Yeah.
Who's really cool, by the way. And then he's, of course, vying for Urton. But at a certain point, see, the Count comes off really cool at first, and then later on, he just becomes off spiteful and vindictive. And, like, do you care about winning that much? Because he's losing his own war, or he gets pulled away from his own war, or chooses to get pulled away from his own war.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
To practice, to do the tournament, when it's like, bitch, you're doing it for real. Mm-hmm. Like, why don't you go, oh, I didn't play in the tournament. Why? Oh, because I don't know. I was winning a fucking war because I'm that good.
I don't know. I never thought that he cared about winning. He just wanted everybody else to lose. Like, even if for some reason he got, like, hurt and, like, the last match was, like, a draw and there wasn't, like, a real winner, like, he'd be happy because nobody else won.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of really don't know what his intentions. You know, that's one thing about a heel is I want to know. So heels are the best when
I know, right? That provides stability and
when you know their intentions, right?
Yeah.
Like it makes them not a heel anymore because they're a bad guy with good points. Right? They're
still a bad guy. Like.
No, but this bad guy really has no good points because he's like, does he really like the girl? He's like, I can do without her, but still you like her, so I want to fuck her.
Ah, see,
you know what I mean? So it's like, well, then why do you care? Or it's why are you losing? Like, why do you care more about this tournament than you do about your own war? And then like you know what I mean? It's like literally pick your battles. Like, do you really want to carry on this feud with a commoner? Oh, and by the way, when he finds out he's a commoner, he exposed him as a commoner.
Yeah.
Would you really want to do that? Wouldn't that soil your name? Oh, you let a commoner beat you? Wouldn't you kind of be like, let's shh about all that?
I mean, well, I want to know how he found out about where he was in the first place. Like, that just kind of threw me off. But secondly, it's like, I mean, obviously he was hoping he would be like beheaded and he wouldn't have to fight him. Because he's a kind of a coward. Like, he's general and fights wars and da-da-da, but, like, hitting a man while he's down like that, while he's not paying attention, like, that's...
Well, what I'm saying in general, this dude, this William character, not going by the name, obviously, he's going by Ulfric, but he's beaten you in combat before.
Yeah.
Why would you want to expose him and go, you know what? He actually... is not a noble, he's a commoner.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so you lost to a commoner then? No, I didn't. Doesn't count.
Doesn't count
because he was a commoner at the time. It doesn't count. But you did lose. We saw you
did
lose.
Yeah.
I still got some good hits in, though.
I stabbed him twice. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's like, why are you going so out of your way to beat this guy? So that kind of threw me.
Mm-hmm.
God, what else? There's a couple of things that threw me about this. Also, to the a lot of the actors in here have like they're cameo actors. Like, for instance, the debt collectors, and I'm like, where are they from? Where are they from? Where are they from? And then you spit it out.
Yeah. Lock, stock, two smoking
and I'm
barrels.
like, fucking, that was bothering me for like 3 minutes watching them.
Because I think
I'm like,
all
where are
three
they?
of them are in that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was, I have a feeling we'll see each other soon. It's like that movie came out like 10 years earlier. Oh, I see what they did there.
Because it's
like
a past
reincarnation,
movie.
like
yeah. No, I do like how this movie is pretty. It is pretty self-aware and in a good way. It breaks kayfabe, for instance, like
right from the start.
Yeah, where like the trumpets make guitar solo noises.
Yeah,
like in the beginning and the opening credits, they play "We Will Rock You," and that I mean. Like, it goes throughout the audience and everyone's mouthing the lyrics.
Right.
And to the point where it comes to the guitar solo, like the giant trumpets come up, but it's like the guitar solo.
Yeah.
It's like they're kazooing the guitar solo.
I kind of want to see that in real life, though. I think that'd be pretty badass.
It would be. Well, why don't we...
Invent it.
Well, when your band plays live, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come out with a kazoo, and I'm going to be called the Knights Tail Band. It's going to be me and Jeff, and I'm going to come out with a kazoo, and he's going to have a guitar, and we're just going to play the whole...
Can you do like the one-man band thing, like have a bass drum on your back and like cymbals between your knees?
Yes. And maracas.
That'd be amazing.
And maracas on my feet. And I'll do "We Will Rock You," and then I'll do a solo on a kazoo, and I'll be like, all right, you guys like Knight's Tale? People go, yeah, I guess. I go, all right, you guys know the soundtrack by heart like I do? And people are like, no. And it's like,
No.
yes, you do, because the next coming up, Shook Me All Night Long, AC/DC. And then you see me go, psh, psh, psh. with my one-man band thing. She was a fast machine. She was a leather king. Kazoo solo. You know?
Oh, man. That was the worst sounding kazoo ever.
She was a fast machine. She got the motor clean. She got a...
I'm practicing.
It's
day one.
Keep going.
And that's August 1st. By September, I'm going to be the best Knight's Tale band ever. And I'm just going to get a white T-shirt, and I'm going to just put a Knight's Tale band on it. Just right. And then I'm going to, get a picture from a magazine of Heath Ledger and just staple it to the shirt.
While it's on you.
While it's on me.
You got to do that at each show.
No, that's how I open the show.
You're just stapling the picture on you.
Now I go, ladies and gentlemen, we are Knight's Tale Band. They're like, we? And I go, yeah, me and Heath. And then I staple it to my chest. And I go, 1, 2, she was a fast machine. She take a motor. And that's how the show starts. You know?
There's only going to be one show.
And it's going to be the best show ever.
The best show ever.
It's going to be at Comic-Con, of course. on the Heath Ledger stage. Shit. So, yeah, anyway, the plot, pretty basic. Basically, it's dude changes his stars, if you will. Does, born a pauper, wants to be a noble. Falls in love, gets kills the not kills the bad guy. Humiliates
him.
The bad guy. Perseveres overall, prevails, and then male nudity. And
but it's really only butt. It's just male butt.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a scene where he sits down and you think we're about to see spread eagle balls. But we don't.
I think you were the only one hoping for that.
No, I was like, holy shit. No, the whole time when you sit down, I'm like, I know I can see
sack. Come on, camera, turn a little bit.
Come on, don't you like seeing sack and going, it's right there. I see it.
I'm still trying with myself.
Now, so... but I mean, if everyone's sack, we'd want to see it's him over Ledger, right?
Oh, wow. Did not think that one. No, I have no idea.
I'm scared of Ledger sack because I mean, I've never.
Hey, leather sacks are very useful. Okay.
I've never seen it, but I do know that Brokeback Mountain is kind of rapey and a little scary rapey.
It's not rapey. They went there to be together.
No,
it's love.
The first scene apparently is like a spit in the hand and rapey.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
I've never actually watched it. Yeah.
We don't have to.
Wait, no. We don't.
No one
somebody
stopped the bike.
Yeah, stop the bike that lives in Oklahoma. But,
Wow. I love how you just called him out on that. God, I'm really glad that we don't have our HR department because they'd probably go, I'm stopping the bike right now. We're watching it. And I'm like, fuck, God damn it. I don't want to watch that movie.
Well, no, let's watch it.
Apparently,
in high def.
Apparently, the end of that movie is really fucking sad, too. Because, one of the dudes gets beaten to death for being gay.
Right.
And, the other one, dies or something.
It might have been dysentery.
It's not like a... They lived happily ever after. It's like, no, they both died.
Yeah.
And everyone hated them. And it's just a sad movie. It's, I like movies when everything kind of falls apart. Mm-hmm. But they have to be at the very top for me to like it. For example, Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
He's got so much money, he's throwing crabs at FBI agents.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, suck my dick. Here, take a crab or a lobster or whatever. Right? And then he goes from the brokest to the broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle, he was driving Lambos and having yachts. So I'm like, I really have no sympathy for you.
Not at all. Yeah.
But in a movie like Brokeback Mountain, where they're just working class dudes, I don't really want to see this dude suffer.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more relatable for us. I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, I like a comeuppance fall from grace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like a trying to do his best fall from grace.
Yeah.
It's like the reviewer that said that this was Rocky with a horse. It's like, no, Rocky is more of a really poor man's fight up, and he doesn't even make it. But he gets the girl, and he goes the distance, and he was even trying to win. Where in this movie, the guy is like, "Oh, I'm gonna win. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna win. Oh, I'm totally gonna win. You know that tournament? You know that tournament? Oh, I'm gonna win it.
Yeah, I'm gonna win that.
Oh, you don't think I'm gonna win it? Fine. I can't lose the tournament. Lose for me. Fuck. Now I have to lose. Damn it. Oh, now I have to win every game? Oh, easy. Done. Okay, I'll win every game. That's all you gotta say.
I love the little machine they had to like...
The arm stretcher?
Put his shoulder back into place.
Dude, did that look like you wanted to try it?
A little bit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Especially when like it pops in this, and because I've had my shoulder dislocated.
Oh, okay.
There is a relief when it goes back in the spot when you're like, oh. It's like a sneeze, but that sneeze was causing you pain for like 5 months.
I feel like knowing who like Heath kind of was from like a public standpoint, I feel like he actually dislocated his shoulder for that scene.
Or on accident, it was dislocated, and he goes, fuck it, pop it back in.
Fell off of the horse for training or something, and they were like, shoot the scene, let's do it now.
Oh, speaking of which, now I haven't seen it in a while, but I just learned this the other day. You've seen not our favorite show, The Punisher, but the movie that came out like early mid 2000s, The Punisher.
Yeah,
not with Lundgren.
No, that was 80s.
That was 80s.
Yeah,
the one that was
with John Travolta.
Yeah,
and the guy from Deep Blue Sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know who else was in that was Kevin Nash.
Yes. Yeah, he played the big like Russian dude with the grill.
So you know in that movie, there's a scene where he gets stabbed.
Yeah.
Okay, get this. That was real.
Oh, really?
He got stabbed, and because Kevin Nash is such like a big pro wrestler dude and whatever, and is kind of like used to getting like he's got a high pain tolerance.
Right.
So they switched out the fake knife for the real knife, and then didn't switch it back, and he got stabbed, and he just kept filming, and then they're like, great blood effects, and he goes, what? And then they're like, cue blood, and they're like, oh shit. Oh, that's really it, dude. And they kept the scene.
Wow.
They're like, should we reshoot it? And he goes, I just got stabbed. Do you really want me to get stabbed again? Fucking keep it. It's the best it's going to be. So that's his real blood, and that's a real stab.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not the only time it's happened. I know, don't...
what?
I don't like the actor... Or sorry, I love the actor, but I don't like the movie. But I did see it. But
what's the movie?
Trainwreck with Amy Schumer.
Oh no, I didn't watch it.
So there's a scene where Colin Quinn, who I love, Colin Quinn is great. You know Colin Quinn?
Yeah.
Where he's in the hospital and getting stitches.
Okay.
And they actually are stitching him because the lady didn't know where the prosthetic started and his skin finished.
Oh no!
So they are actually sewing him, and he just wanted to. He was so happy to be in a movie that he didn't want to cause problems, so he just didn't say anything.
Wow!
So in that movie, when he's getting like stitches or staples or whatever,
right.
they're actually oopsie-daisy stapling onto his
brutal.
head. I know.
That's crazy. Okay.
But
well, that was like what's his face in Django? Leonardo DiCaprio.
When he breaks his
the table, and he breaks the brandy glass, and it cuts his hand, and like just keeps going.
Yeah.
And so like that was real bloody smeared on her face.
Yeah, I know, that was awesome. Here goes another one.
Yeah.
And this is coming up in Two Towers when Aragorn runs over and kicks the helmet. It's that great scene. He goes, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
He broke his fucking foot and like 3 of his toes.
Wow.
So when he goes, "Fuck!" like
yeah.
But it's a perfect, like the way it's shot. But just know next time you watch that he broke his toe, his foot, and like part of his heel or something.
They put like a rock in it or something just to mess with him. Make it more realistic.
I think they put something in it to weigh it down.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know, so it would have more fly.
Oh, and it
then
backfired.
He just made contact on the wrong part of his foot.
Right.
It's one of those things, man, where like fingers and toes, even though they have more nerves than anything, but they're and they're the thickest bones, but they're the easiest to break because we move them around so much. You know, it's like our femur, which hurts the most to break, but you barely move your femur.
Yeah.
Because your femur is just kind of
It's just there.
It's just there.
Really, yeah.
It goes to a 90-degree angle when you drive and stand up. That's it. Like your fingers are all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? Like you're eating, you're shaving, you're showering, you're talking, you're writing. Your fingers are fucking constantly moving. Same thing with your feet. You just don't realize it.
Right.
But like you know when one toe goes numb or your foot goes numb, you can't walk. All those fucking you have your hands and your feet have more bones than the rest of your body put together. Because it's all for like balance and shit. You break one of those fucking things, and dude, your whole foot feels. You're like, ah. But yeah, that was like one of those one shoot things that I love. I love it when. And my other favorite was the. I know it's considered wrestling, but it's not because there was no fans there, and it was a filmed experience. I showed to you, but the Boneyard match with Undertaker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Remember when he goes to punch AJ Styles and he busts the window and he goes, "God damn it!" and he's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
That was real. Yeah, he busted the window and it cut his fucking artery.
God.
And they had to, you know what they did? They got, you know the shit that they used to like clean out your computer?
Compressed air, yeah.
They got compressed air and like a glue. And they put it on him and dried it and like froze.
Oh, okay.
So that way they could keep filming without him getting stitched up.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we froze glue on you. It should stand for a good 12 hours.
Right.
And he's like, goddamn, let's film this shit. I'm tired. I'm old. My hip.
75 years old. Let me stop wrestling, please.
I want to stop wrestling, but I feel good again. I won't quit. My hip, I'm out. Damn it. I can't give it up. I'm going to put my hip. Favorite moments of this movie? What do you think?
The like lots of pain speech. I like that a lot. What is some other good? I mean, there's a bunch of like good scenes. I mean, like when they're training and he's
montage is cool.
Yeah, the montage is cool for sure. Like, what are a couple of your favorites?
I really, as corny as it is, I really like when he meets his dad again, and his dad's blind, and he's repairing the boat net.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because the relationship with the girl, I was like, I don't really care because I know that's weaved in. But the relationship with the dad, I thought was a cool D story that they kind of barely touched on, and I'm glad it got like resolved.
Right.
And then him, of course, being at the end, I thought was cool. I thought that part was a lot cooler than the girl, believe it or not. I mean, you know, he's trying to prove it to her the whole time, but it's like your dad's kind of been putting you on this mission. You should probably try. So I did
Keep going on that. I really did like the stuff with the Black Prince.
I did too. That was a cool subplot. I do. Do definitely agree when he knights him to pardon him, but also when no one will face him, and then he will.
Yeah.
And he's like, like, oh, you're hiding from yourself and I'm hiding from myself, but on the field we are not hiding, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I like that. Did you like the Air Jordan armor?
I mean, I like the look of it. I didn't care for the markings. I'm like, okay, product placement, cool. I see what you did there. But, yeah, like outside of that, I thought the newer armor was sick. I thought it was funny, though, because the old arm, he has a shield, and the heel is, like, making fun of it.
And so he ditches it.
But then, like, you look at him when he's riding, and he has the shoulder guard and the full face basket. Yeah. So it's like, bro, you're up here with a shield.
And also he has the what do you call it? The clavicle guard. So he's got all three of them.
Right.
Because he's got the face shield, plus he's got the clavicle guard, plus he's got like the one that goes
like
over
neck
that
grill thing.
Yeah, it's like you got an armless shield. It's like
like you literally are rocking a shield right now, dum dum.
And the shitty thing about, and the reason why the shield is cool, and that is so what he has is all well and good until the moment you get off your horse and you try to sword fight, and you're like, okay, now I have a 15-pound weight. I'm like, what's the heaviest armor you've ever worn? And I'm not talking about like I'm like real armor.
Like I've worn like a chainmail
co-op
like shirt thing before.
Like full on?
No, just the top.
Just the top. Yeah. But I mean full on though. It went from shoulder to shoulder?
Yes, yeah.
All the way down?
Yeah.
And it was like active chainmail?
Right.
How much do you think that weighed?
Oh man, it must have been, I don't know, 40 pounds.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I've worn about I want a 40-pound chainmail.
Yeah.
And I wear a cuff with it, which is the head part, which is even worse. Because when it's on your neck...
It's just like tugging.
Dude, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man.
This is why they were all short back then.
Field plate, which is what he's wearing. He's wearing Gothic plate at the very end. That shit's heavy.
Oh, yeah. It's like freaking like 150, 200 pounds.
Not 200 because field...
Well, I'm just saying like all the plates or whatever, like if you put it all together.
If you're wearing 120 pounds.
Easy.
If you got a sword and a shield and whatever, that plus that, that armor is going to weigh you down 80 to 100 pounds easy.
Right.
But apparently the metals they had back then were a lot lighter, and we can't recreate them.
I don't agree with that.
No, that's what a lot of people said. That they had what they call flex steel, spring steel, where their swords would stay sharper and they were more aluminium based, and they were lighter. But and for whatever reason, so a lot of people speculate that's because they cooked at a lower heat. So it's kind of like by cooking at a lower heat, because they couldn't get their furnaces as hot as we can.
Right.
Because we can go fucking flame on, right?
Yeah.
But by cooking at a lower heat, it does something to it, makes it more malleable.
Interesting. Okay.
And then also too, they also say that they had what they call sweet minerals, and we do not. Sweet minerals meaning no one ever dug for the minerals. All we do is dig for minerals. They had a fresh soil of minerals. You see what I mean? So like they had like the pick of the litter of all the good irons,
all the good stuff. Yeah,
all the good irons and ores. Where we have to drill deep, and then so ours is kind of like littered.
It's been hardening. There's more impurities and all that.
Exactly.
Into it. Okay.
So but they say like their steel is about twice as strong, twice as light. But even then, if you were to cut,
still super heavy.
Not only that, the average man back then was 5'6", and I believe 110 or 115 pounds.
Yeah,
which
tiny.
is crazy small.
Yeah,
I mean, when you see a guy who's 5'6", you're like, dude, that dude's short.
Yeah, I'm almost a foot taller.
Yeah, when I see a guy who's like not, I mean, because 5'6" is like that awkward where it's like, oh, I feel bad because you're not like cool and small. Because I'd rather be 5 foot than 5'6".
Yeah.
You know, like I like being 6 feet or 5'11" or whatever the fuck I am, but I'd rather be 5 foot than 5'6". Because 5'6" is like, oh, you're just short. But when you're 5, you're like, I know I'm short. I'm a midget. I'm a fucking dwarf, bitch.
You can play with it more for sure.
Yeah. You could wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
You know, you can grow your beard out and go, I'm fucking, you know, hey, I might be 5 foot, but this is like 18 inches. You know what I'm saying? You point,
Sir, it's 4 inches.
You could always, but got to remember, like, like in scale.
Yeah.
A dwarf whips out a 5-inch penis. You're like, Jesus Christ, look at you. It's like 1/12 of your body length. Because it is. Right? You're 5'6", and you whip out a 6-inch. It's like, bring back the dwarf. Am I right?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to little people genitalia like you do.
I just find it interesting that I'm like, how come?
I'm not knocking it, like whatever you're into.
Well, okay, so the difference between a midget and a dwarf, right?
Yes.
Okay. So those who don't know, dwarves have normal size heads, normal size hands, and normal size wings, and normal size shoulders, but they're just shorter.
Yeah.
So they look like, they're like, whoa, like they look right, but midgets look kind of like small, like little kids. Like they have tiny hands. They usually have big tits, and they usually have bigger heads, but they have tiny hands and feet, and their wings are usually like smaller.
Right.
But a dwarf is like rocking like a normal cock, and he's only 5 foot tall. He's like, the cock is
kudos
down.
To him.
I know, right? See. Top 3 Ledger movies. Does this hold up?
Ooh. Maybe, actually. Yeah.
I think so. I think this was his first ever movie that I remember where he was the star.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, Knight's Tale.
Right.
Because it was Mel Gibson, Patriot.
Yeah.
Even though...
What's Her Face and 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And
also,
then,
it had Larry Miller,
who is Larry Miller?
the dad. He's a comedian.
Yeah, I know he is. I just totally forgot he was in that movie. Okay.
Yeah, you know the 5 levels of drinking?
Oh, yeah.
There are 5 levels of drinking. We're driving to Florida! You don't remember that ad?
Nope, totally lost it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll have to look that up as our ender.
Yeah, it's probably because I've been through 5 levels of drinking. And
haven't we all? Yeah, so anyway, go ahead. We were talking about top 3 Ledger movies. Would this be?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first one is Dark Knight. Like, that kind of goes without saying.
I have to put Patriot after that.
I would agree with that. I don't know, because, like, Patriot, he's not in, like...
Patriot's long as shit, dude. He's in most of the movie.
I thought he was only, like, the first act, and that's the beginning of the second.
No, his Mel Gibson's first son dies in the first act.
Okay.
And then that's when remember he's a post writer and he's injured, he gets better, and then him and his his son dies after he gets married and shit, like way later in the movie, like right before the last battle. Remember he was sewing up the flag?
No, because like that's what got him into it. Heath.
Dude, you need to rewatch that movie.
Apparently.
We just reviewed it, dude.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger survives, like, I have the extended version, which I've never seen before.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen extended.
And he's like in 65% of the movie.
Oh, wow, okay.
He's a lot in the movie, because there's a lot of deleted shit. But the deleted shit isn't like a lot of deleted shit. It's not like there's whole scenes. It's just the scenes are elongated.
Yeah.
So it's not like they cut out a whole scene. It's like, oh, no, you remember the scene. You just don't remember that part, that part, that part.
Yeah, there's another like 15 minutes on the scene, and it's like, hey, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe not do that.
I think, well, the cool thing about this one is everything they cut out was all the cool war stuff. So this just has about 30 minutes more bloodshed and awesome carnage.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then there's some dialogue and stuff that goes on that makes a lot more sense, like when the daughter doesn't talk. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. If you want to borrow it, you can. Go listen to the review, and we'll talk about it. But anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, Dark Knight, Patriot, and then I guess A Knight's Tale. That would be a solid top 3.
I think that's... And I mean, if that's your catalog of work, no, don't get me wrong. I wish he never died and etc.
Of course,
but let's just say he didn't die. Let's just say he retired after that. I'm like, that's a pretty good resume.
Right.
I mean, Rick Moranis only has Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Ghostbusters 2.
What? Strange Brew?
Ew.
Huh?
You're a Strange Brew guy?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, you might have stuck.
And then they have the cameo in Canadian Bacon with John Candy.
Dude, I cannot.
Yeah.
I tried Strange Brew twice. I cannot get through it.
You just do it. I don't think I've ever watched it sober. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah. I thought Bong Water was better, which is the weed version of Strange Brew.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, but it's got Andy Dick in it.
Yeah, no, Andy Dick is terrible.
Andy Dick's hilarious.
Andy Dick is terrible.
Andy Dick's hilarious.
Andy Dick wish he was as funny as the Chaz.
You're right. Now, you know what? Andy Dick would probably hate the Chaz, though.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that guy. Chaz be like, fuck you, asshole. You can suck a fart out of my ass. Son of a bitch.
That would
Suck
be
on my mustard, you cocksmith. News radio sucked because of you.
The most annoying debate of all time, or argument of all time.
Or the most interesting. They're like, cat fight. And probably the F word, and I don't mean fuck, I mean the one with double cheese would be thrown out probably more than any other word, because you know what's weird is when gay dudes fight, they throw out that word a lot.
I've never actually seen that.
It's kind of like, you know, when like black dudes are really like either love each other or mad at each other, the N word is thrown out like at the start and end of every sentence.
Right.
That's what happens when gay dudes get cat fighting. You're like, whoa, dude, calm down with the They're being very, very...
Hey, we're not supposed to say that anymore.
Yeah, come on now.
Come on, what's wrong with you
Chill.
people?
Let's go get some smart cocktails. And we'll chill out.
Get some froyo.
Dude, grab your poodle. It's cool, dude. Come.
Stop it. Stop saying it's a poodle. Stop.
Pull up your short shorts. Too far. Too far.
Okay. Well, shit. Do we got anything else on this?
No, it's just a great movie. It's good fun. Don't take it as a serious period piece.
No, that's
at all.
That is gonna fuck it up for you.
Yeah,
you have to watch it like I said, medieval pro wrestling. Imagine it like it is all spectacle. It's all pageantry.
Yeah,
the story matters only within its own universe.
Mm-hmm. It's its own thing.
And just picture it like I said, like. Picture it like, remember when you were 12 years old or 14 years old, you're running your D&D campaign and you guys are like, hey, do you want to see who'd win in a fight out of all of our characters? Let's like have like a tournament.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
That's a good explanation.
And it works. And it's good and it's fun. It's longer than I remember.
But it flows really well.
It flows really well.
And guaranteed after you watch it, a few months later, you'll forget how long it is and you'll decide to watch it again and then remember.
And it's mother-in-law certified.
Yeah, yeah.
Meaning you could watch it with your mother-in-law because it won't offend her because it's not irreligious. It doesn't have too much cursing. I think arse is the only word that's said in here.
I think there's only like 2 curse words in the whole movie. But there is some awesome wordplay.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's awesome wordplay. There's like no blood in this. This movie basically you could show to a kid. Like you could show to almost anybody.
Yeah, like I don't know, ages like 10 and up should be totally fine.
Yeah. I would even say low. I would even say 8 and up, but all right, so I thought we would end on some Larry Miller from 10 Things I Hate About You. And
I don't know if I've ever watched his stand-up before. Like, I knew he's a comedian.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Larry Miller, and this is the 5 levels of drinking. And with that, we're going to get out of here. So from all of us here at the Knife Party Podcast, be kind, rewind. I think I need to return some videotapes. How about you, Antonius?
See ya!
All right.
Hey, folks, thanks. Hope you're having fun so far. Easy, easy. Well, the holidays are coming up, and we all know that means one thing, drinking. Yeah! Messages, remember, it's very dangerous. Be careful. A friend of mine had a little too much drink the other night. Okay, it was me. Why do we do it? Just pistol whip ourselves with liquor. There are 5 levels of drinking. 6 if you live in a trailer park. But never mind that now. We will deal with 5. See if these look familiar. Level 1. Let's say it's 11 o'clock on a weeknight. You've had a few beers. You get up to leave because you have work the next day, and one of your friends buys another round. One of your unemployed friends. But see, here at level 1, you think to yourself, oh, come on, this is silly. Why, as long as I get 7 hours sleep, I'm cool. Level 2, midnight, had a few more beers. You've just spent 20 minutes arguing against artificial turf. You get up to leave again, but at level 2, a little devil appears on your shoulder. And now you're thinking, hey, I'm out with my friends. What am I working for anyway, huh? These are the good times. Besides, as long as I get 5 hours sleep, I'm cool. Level 3, 1 in the morning. You've abandoned beer for tequila. just spent 20 minutes arguing for artificial turf. And now you're thinking, our waitress is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. But see, at level 3, you love the world. On the way to the bathroom, you buy a drink for the stranger at the end of the bar just because you like his face. You get drinking fantasies that fellas, hey, fellas, if we all bought our own bar, we could live together forever. We could do it. Tommy, you could cook. Yeah, but at level 3, that devil is a little bit bigger. And he's buying. And you're thinking, oh, come on, come on now. As long as I get 3 hours sleep and a complete change of blood, I'm cool. Level 4, 2 in the morning. And the devil is bartending. For last call, you ordered a bottle of rum and a Coke. You are artificial turf. This time on your way to the bathroom, you punch the stranger at the end of the bar. Just because you don't like his face. And now you're thinking, our busboy is the best looking man I've ever seen. You and your friends decide to leave right after you get thrown out. And one of you knows an after-hours bar. Yes, and here, at level 4, you actually think to yourself, well, why, as long as I'm only going to get a few hours sleep anyway, I might as well stay up all night. That'd be good for me. I don't mind going to that board meeting looking like Keith Richards. Yeah. I'll turn that around, make it work for me. Oh, besides, why, as long as I get 31 hours sleep tomorrow... Cool. Level 5. 5 in the morning. After unsuccessfully trying to get your money back at the tattoo parlor, yeah, but I don't know anyone named Ruby. You and your friends wind up across the state line in a bar filled with guys who've been in prison as recently as that morning. It's the kind of place where even the devil is going, I gotta turn in. No, I gotta be in hell at 9. I got that brunch with Hitler, I can't miss that. It's the kind of place, at this point, you're all drinking some kind of thick blue liquor. It's like something from a Klingon wedding. A waitress with fresh stitches in her head comes over. And you're thinking, someday I'm gonna marry that girl. Suddenly, one of your friends stands up and screams, "We're driving to Florida!" and passes out. You crawl outside for air and you hit the worst part of level 5. The sun. Oh man, that sun. You weren't expecting that, were you? You never do. Oh, you walk out of a bar in daylight and people are on their way to work or jogging. And they look at you and they know. And they say, "Who's Ruby?" Look, folks, let's be honest. If you're 19 and you stay up all night, it's a victory. It's like you beat the night. You remember that feeling? Yeah. But if you're over 30, and that sun is like God's flashlight. We all say the same prayer then. Say it with me now. I swear I will never do this again. How long? As long as I live. And some of us have that little addition, and this time, I mean it.